Hey guys, the Five Brothers here. It's just me. My brother couldn't be here today because he was kidnapped by a bunch of random Minecraft kids and is forced to watch the Minecraft movie. Knowing him, he's probably making a mess out of the movie theater and stuff. He's probably the one dude that actually brought a chick into the theater. But anyways, these are the jokes. Now, anyways, I'm sure you guys are pretty surprised by the topic of this video, because this is something I haven't done in quite a while. But yeah, I'm talking about Pacific Rim again. Now, it's been a long time since I talked about Pacific Rim. Honestly, I know, I'm a Transformers channel, so I typically just talk about Transformers. But I decided to make an exception because I actually really do like Pacific Rim, and I talked about this franchise in the past. And yes, you heard the news right, we are actually getting a Pacific Rim TV series from Legendary, which by the way are the same guys who, made the Godzilla x Kong franchise and a bunch of other stuff. They made an Amazon Prime exclusive TV series called Monarch, I believe. I'll be honest, I am not the biggest Godzilla / King Kong fan. I'm a mild casual viewer of that franchise, but I did watch Godzilla -1 and I really did love that one. So yeah, I'm a casual fan, I guess you could say. But it looks like Pacific Rim now is getting the same treatment. And honestly, thank God, I think we're in good hands. We do have a quote statement from the producer saying that, quote-unquote, exact plot details are being kept under wraps, but the show will serve as a prequel to the films, according to sources. There is still potential for new films in the franchise as well. Now, what this basically means, it's pretty obvious, prequel, which I honestly think that's a great idea. The first Pacific Rim, movie kinda ended and started towards the end of the war with the kaijus, and it left a lot of years, and room for further development. The comics really tackle this. A lot of the comics for Pacific Rim tackle the in-between, the start of the kaiju war towards the start of the first movie. So a prequel series makes a lot of sense, and there's so many ways you could write about this. And there's so many ways in which you could handle it. This news also means that Pacific Rim 3 is actually not out of the picture, because a lot of people were saying that after the disappointment that was Uprising, I think Uprising did pretty well in the box office, it just didn't do smashing numbers like they hoped. But critics and fans alike, myself included, were pretty disappointed by it. So it looks like they are maybe moving away from the Uprising era. Maybe they realize oh my god, guys, we need to fix this up, let's go back to the past. When the Jaegers actually looked really good. Now, admittedly, Pacific Rim as a franchise has been very dormant. I don't think there has been that many developments on it. There was the anime series in Netflix, and if you're a Transformers fan, you already probably know how that series went. But to be honest, Pacific Rim The Black was actually pretty good. I actually really liked it. It's not the best series out there, it's not Frieren, BB, Saint Seiya, or even Naruto, but it was pretty good. I actually enjoyed it quite a bit, and I really did like how it expanded on Uprising's awful choices and actually made them kinda interesting. I also heard about Pacific Rim Uprising that we're doing this Kickstarter to make an actual ending for the Uprising storyline in graphic novel form. I'm not entirely sure how that went down or if that's still ongoing. It's been a while since I checked. But that was the last development for the Pacific Rim franchise, and now we're getting a prequel TV series on Amazon. And honestly, Amazon has a pretty good track record. The Monarch series, I heard a lot of people actually really liked it, and Invincible speaks for itself. Amazon does greenlit some good shows occasionally, and I do say occasionally because they also did The Rings of Power, and we all know how that went. We do know that Eric Heiserer, is that how you said it? Is actually writing the series. I don't know much about the man, but some of the movies he worked on are actually pretty good, so I'm pretty optimistic about this. Oh my god, he worked on Bird Box. So yeah, honestly, I think this is looking pretty good. I wish we had more to go on, more details about the series, but my guess is that that's probably gonna be, revealed later on. Exactly when this series is gonna premiere, we don't know. But according to all the news outlets that are reporting on the news, it says that Amazon is developing the series at the moment. Now, this is not the first time we hear about this, because in the past we heard that, I think it was around 2024, that, a Pacific Rim prequel series was in the work at Legendary. But now we know it's actually coming to Amazon Prime Video. So at least we can, say for sure it's gonna have good budget, it's probably gonna be handled a whole lot better than a CW show, which is good. My only biggest problem here is that I hope that they managed to capture the same magic of the first movie. The first movie was great because the kaiju fights were awesome. You know, the Jaegers and the kaiju felt big and impactful with every punch. And by the point of Uprising, they all kind of just felt very samey, you know, and they definitely dumbed down a lot of, like, you know, the gritty stuff from the first movie. Also did a very good job balancing the lore of the universe, the characters and the Jaegers and the kaiju. Like, the human element was kept for the first movie, and that's what made it great. And I'll be honest, Pacific Rim as a franchise, I think it has so much potential. Like, it's honestly insane. I feel like Legendary and Amazon are kind of sitting on a gold mine. It all really depends on how they handle it, because Uprising kind of, you know, muddy the waters a bit. So if we do get a Pacific Rim 3 in the future, my guess is that it's probably gonna ignore the events of Uprising, or at least stay away from that part of the timeline. I don't know, like, Uprising just wasn't received very well, and I doubt anyone wants much of a continuation to it. I mean, The Black did a really good job, and I really did like some of the places it went to, but barely anyone watched that series. I know for a fact, because there's not that many people talking about it. I mean, I did videos covering it, and I said it was pretty good. But I just don't want this to be like a Marvel type of situation. Like, you need to watch the show to understand the movies going forward. I kind of like The Black being its own thing, set in the Pacific Rim universe, but, like, you know, it's not strictly married to any canon timeline. You get what I mean? But hey, what do I know? I'm just a big dummy making YouTube videos for a living, so I guess we'll see. But anyways, guys, that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. It's a bit different from the usual. Like, I know I do Transformers content, but Pacific Rim was something that I used to cover when it was relevant. It just hasn't been relevant in quite a while. But now that we have news about, like, the new series, I feel like now is the time to test the waters a bit and see if you guys will be interested in some more Pacific Rim content. Now, don't worry, this is not gonna replace my regular Transformers content. It's just a thing I will do every once in a while when we get something, you know, relevant, we get news like this. So if you guys want more Pacific Rim content, be sure to tell me in the comments down below. But yeah, let me know your thoughts and all this in the comments down below. Are you guys excited? Are you guys not excited? Do you think that, you know, Amazon's gonna fumble the bag? And do you think they did the right choice by ignoring Uprising and making this a prequel? Or do you still want to see how the Uprising storyline will have ended? And to that I'll say, I actually don't give a about the Uprising storyline. It's like the last night from Transformers all over again. Like, you know, like, the movie was so bad, I don't need to see the sequel, and I don't need to see how the story ends, you know? Just reboot it from the get-go and just focus on another point of the timeline. Actually, oh my god, I just realized, Pacific Rim is literally doing what Transformers did. Uprising was basically the last night, and this prequel series is basically the Bumblebee movie. Oh my god! That's actually very funny. But yeah, that's it for this video, guys. Hopefully you'll enjoy. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Do the annoying YouTuber stuff that the algorithm likes so much. And I will see you guys in the next video. Stay safe, guys.